Gaming has evolved from the old days of hitting a ball back and forth with a paddle to the modern MMOs, which can provide players entire worlds where they can live in. But the more developed these games become, the more seriously we regard them. Players work to gain possessions and wealth, they try to impress others to be accepted in their social groups, and they struggle to overcome the challenges put in front of them. What once was an escape from the troubles of reality and a fun pastime has now become another stress to our lives. This results in treating games like they are jobs, and while some people still love gaming, they lose their enjoyment in the moment because of how we are taught to treat video games nowadays. I believe this all stems from a common question that comes up very often concerning video gaming, and that is, should you play the meta? Metagaming as a term originated from role-playing games, where a player uses their knowledge of the real world to influence their character. For example, if I know that game developers love to hide secrets behind waterfalls, then I would be looking behind every waterfall I see. Metagaming may help you to find everything there is to see, or to experience all that you can, but does that improve my experience? At what point does metagaming become an issue? When I was much younger, I used to go into chat rooms where we would write text and roleplay as characters in the Dragon Ball Z world. My character was unironically called Go12 because I was 12 years old and Gohan was my favorite character. Yes, we would even write out all of the details of a fight scene when those would inevitably occur. And it was an exercise in self-control because you want to win, but you also don't want to say that you counter everything that the other person throws at you. That ruins the fun if we're both immovable, unstoppable objects. There is some incentive not only to let the other person have a chance, but also to lose because it means you have room to improve, you have interesting character progression, and simply because others will want to play with you more when you play fairly. But wait, isn't that also metagaming, to play in a way that gets you more interaction and therefore more fun? That is precisely my point. Metagaming isn't inherently bad or good. Often a balance of role-playing and metagaming provides the best outcomes. You need to decide what your purpose is for playing a game. If it's for fun, then you want to decide what is fun for you. Many misinterpret the modern reward structures of MMOs as the end goal. Get the stuff, win the fights, be the best is what we're taught. This is a result of the industry competing for your attention. If players don't feel rewarded for their time, they'll go and play another game. But really, the extrinsic rewards of wealth, titles, and shinies should be thought of as a guide to motivate you to find what you intrinsically enjoy. Whether it is the immersion of the world, the engagement of the interactions, the bonds you form, or the skills you learn. While trying to earn wealth, you immerse yourself in the economy and learn the best ways to get gold, but the gold itself might as well be meaningless. While earning titles, you learn new skills to overcome the challenge, meet new people who also want to achieve the same thing, and create hopefully fond memories in the process. But the letters on the screen over your character mean nothing if they don't represent a journey. Immerse yourself in your character, but also remember that your character is an extension of you, and if you don't gain any intrinsic value out of progressing your character, you may as well do something else. To answer the question of whether you should play meta or not, well, yeah, you should, but you should find out what is your meta, what gives you the most fun, what fulfills you, not what furthers someone else's agenda. Create your own rules to limit metagaming, facilitate roleplay, or to enhance the competitive challenge. Another example of the balance between metagaming and roleplay is hardcore or Iron Man challenges. Essentially, these can be player-created or in-game enforced rule sets where if you die, you have to delete your character or save file and start over. Doesn't even need to be that punishing. You can make more lenient rule sets to fit what your preferences are. This is a great way to increase the roleplay of the situations because you care more about the decisions and interactions you make which immerses you further. You don't want to die because then the fun gets cut off and you have to start over, but this also increases your motivation to metagame, whether it is only going through safe areas or over preparing for everything. While a little bit of metagaming can be fun, oftentimes these rule sets also include limitations to metagaming by banning certain strategies that trivialize the dangers or remove interaction from the challenge. But this is all complicated by the fact that when playing an MMO, you can't force everyone to play by your rules and expectations. Playing too selfishly can be harmful to your experience, and means you need to compromise by accepting other players' agendas or finding a common goal. If others value winning efficiently and in a timely manner, and you're there for the journey, then others are not going to want to play with you. You can create your own groups with more relaxed expectations, wait for players who are willing to take some time to experience the content, and let those who are in a rush move on. I found that being patient and flexible creates a much more enjoyable atmosphere and sometimes will even improve the performance of the group. Even then, you want to respect other people's time, because while a little bit of challenge can be fun, repeating the same mistakes over and over can become mind-numbing. Being aware of others in the group and communicating what everyone wants can often help them come to a shared conclusion. For example, ask how long everyone is willing to keep going. Find out who can fill in other roles, or be willing to help others catch up to the rest of the group's level. And what about video gaming guides? Many of my videos are about teaching others the mechanics of the game or showing them how I play. Instead of letting others learn through trial and error, I try to optimize the lesson by making it concise and getting at the heart of the issue. And I try to be thorough, covering everything that could be relevant rather than leaving it to the viewer's discovery. Personally, I don't like to read or watch guides as much because I like to discover things myself. But for people who don't have the time in their busy schedules, it helps a lot to catch them up with the rest of the player base so they can also participate. These are musicians, truck drivers, nurses, and waiters, all respectable and capable people, but they might just be new to the game, and anyone who is new to something is most likely going to be bad at it at first. I don't think MMOs need more rewards in them. They need more ways to express your freedom and guides to finding what can be intrinsically rewarding. Even then, people will want to get things done fast and efficiently because their time is a valuable resource, and they have been taught that the carrot on the end of the stick is their reason to play. While developers and guides should do their best to suggest alternate ways of doing things to give the players more freedom, it is ultimately out of your control whether those are offered and whether the other players in the game have the same wishes. This is why more players want to play MMOs as single-player games. They don't want to be forced to play how others want them to play. So, do you keep playing to what gets you the most fun? Or do you play to everyone else's meta? Usually the answer is to find other players that have the same expectations, but it can be difficult to coordinate times to play together when everyone has their own agenda outside the game. The real answer is to compromise. Play how you like when that will suffice, and when you feel like playing with others, find the most acceptable way to play within their meta, because playing to their meta might still be a lot more fun than not playing at all. But always playing to their meta will cause you to burn out and feel like you've got a second job. So yes, you should play meta, but decide what your goals are and play what is meta for that. If you enjoyed this video, like it, let me know what the meta is to you all, and do you play the meta? And if you want more video guides detailing the meta ways to have fun in Guild Wars 2, at least to me, then subscribe to me for more. Have fun in game, and I will see you all next time.